Thousand Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey guys, welcome back to A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. This your girl Nelly Nell. And this your girl Nay. What it do, boo? That's right. What are you sipping on? I ran out of wine yesterday. And Joe went to the store and I thought he was gonna get me some, but he didn't.
Did you tell him?
He didn't. No. So why would he get you some if you ain't tell him?
Because he saw the empty bottle.
No.
He saw the empty bottle.
Wait, man, you have to spill it out. And you know that it's the fact that you know that and you still refuse to do it, that should drive you crazy. You driving yourself crazy. Why would you know you have to tell somebody something, but you refuse to tell them because you think they grown, they should know. No, they don't be mine. Sorry, I'm kind of in a bad mood. I'm drinking Cabernet. Got my Cabernet. And let's see, what did I do this weekend? Friday, I went to that little dating show thing. It was actually cool, very entertaining. We ate dinner while we were there watching the blind dates or whatever. But the thing is, afterwards, so the first day, it's not gonna be a long story. So for the first day, it was like this guy and this girl, and the guy, I just got from his first sentence, I got the fact that he was very cocky, right? And he was cute. So, but I kept telling Marissa, she was sitting by me, I kept saying, I kept whispering to her, I don't like him, he cocky. And it seems like he just saying what the audience want to hear so he could get applause and stuff like that, right? Okay. So fast forward, so him and the girl, I guess they decided they would go out on a date or whatever. And they took off the blindfold. He wasn't him nor the girl, but him especially since he was cocky, he looked better with the blindfold on.
Oh my God.
And then after the show, we was all in the lobby taking pictures of ourselves and stuff. And we saw him making out with some other girl. And I'm like, you just made out with this girl on stage. Now you making out with this random. And the fact that the random, and it probably wasn't a random. They probably knew each other before the show or whatever. But the fact that she's okay making out with you after she just saw you making out with another girl is crazy to me. Monkeypox is real, y'all. Okay. This is another thing why I don't be wanting to mess with people, no new people anyway. And even the old people, because they be messing around with multiple people too. Y'all ain't gonna stop till y'all get monkeypox.
Oh my God.
Jeez. Anyway, so Saturday was a lazy day for me. I pretty much stayed in the bed all day, and then I got up and did laundry and cleaned up the apartment. Sunday, I went to Walkaway Beach with Alex and her boyfriend, and we took the ferry there, so it was cool. It was like an adventure going there, then an adventure at the beach, then an adventure coming back. And that was my Sunday. I went to sleep very early last night. When you remember, I was texting you and I said I was in bed, and you was like already, and it was what, 9 something?
Yeah, it was very early. I had no understanding.
I was tired. Your girl was tired. But what did you do?
Oh my God. Saturday was the worst. First of all, so if y'all don't know by now, I do not like shopping in person. Like,
oh no, yeah.
I think
even before the pandemic, we were online shoppers before.
Yeah. But for some reason, if I'm out too long and I'm standing up too long, I start to feel faint.
Oh God. So
dramatic. I'm serious. Especially if it's a lot of people around. Like, I don't like being around a lot of people.
Me neither.
Unless I'm in a club. In the club, I have to be packed.
Yeah, I get that. That's correct.
But anywhere else,
correct.
I can't deal with a lot of people around, and I can't stand up too long without starting to feel faint. So this weekend, if y'all got kids, y'all would know, was the last weekend for tax-free weekend. You know,
all right.
Save your little $7. And so we went to get school supplies at Walmart. We always go to Walmart because we know exactly where the school supplies are, and it's always a madhouse. Like, literally, it's always a madhouse. They have like 3 or 4 aisles dedicated to school supply, and they be packed. Everybody This is, you know how you see the videos before where like people reach over people and then the mama cuss them out because like that person reached over a kid.
Yeah.
And there's in this scenario, that's just what it is. It is what it is. Everybody be reaching over everybody.
I can't. I'll be like, nigga, monkeypox out here. Back the F up. Back
you gotta
up off
get
me.
in where you fit in. You have to get in where you fit. Literally, that's how it is. So that part wasn't not normal. But Janae going to a new middle school, like a middle school, so a new school, and they require you to get their uniforms from a specific place because they have to wear these specific uniforms. So we find a place in Pembroke Pines, get there, there's a line outside the door. Like, we can't even get in. So
that's crazy. Oh God, I don't look forward to that at all. But go ahead.
So we finally get in there. The wait wasn't too long. We finally get in there. You get your dedicated. There's a dedicated person to your party, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you tell them to school, and they show you to where the uniforms are. So yeah, we got her a few skirts because they first of all they can't wear jeans. They can't wear skirts. They have to be skirts.
Well, she happy about the jeans because remember you said she don't like jeans, so that's good. Okay.
So we got her a couple skirts and some shirts or whatever. So that was cool. And then we went to Bahama Breeze for lunch because we was hungry by the time that ended. Then we had to go to Miami for something. So by the time we on our way back, I'm dead. I'm ready to go. And so we was like 2 minutes from the house. 2 minutes from the house, and Joe, I'm taking a nap. By this time, I'm asleep. Yes, okay. And I feel him tapping me. And I know he gonna say something I don't want to hear, so I'm faking like I'm in a dead sleep. I am not responding. I feel him tapping me.
Oh,
then he finally called my name, and I was like, "Huh? Like what is it?" And then he talking about what, since we about to pass by the mall, because we stay right by the mall, why don't we just go in there and get their shoes? And I said, Joe, we ordered their shoes. We ordered them online, so we didn't have to go to the mall. And then he was like, well, Janae's not gonna be here before school starts, so let's just go get her a pair. We ended up coming out there with each one of them a new pair, even though we had ordered shoes already. And so I just wanted to give up on life itself. You don't know how hard it is going to a store with 3 kids. And I just came back from Target to buy them some swimsuits because Friday we going to the Rapids.
Rapids water park.
And I had to tell Janae, you need to hurry up because I'm about to pass out. I'm telling you, that is real. I cannot be in no store for too long.
That's funny. Well, hopefully this weekend be better. I don't have any weekend plans, and I hope it stays that way so I can save some money because partially I think I opened up this thing by saying I was in a bad mood is because I just went to get my eye exam because remember I had to do an eye exam and get new glasses. And I had to pay, and I don't like spending money. No. So I'm like, I had to pay money for the exam and the thing, even though I had insurance. And in my head, I'm like, well, what is insurance for if I still got to come out my pocket, sir? I need to look at my benefits package because I'm not benefiting. So that really got me in a bad mood. And when I'm in a bad mood, I think of everything else in my life that's going wrong. So right now I have like 50 things in my head that I'm thinking about on top of the bill I just had to pay at Lens Crafters. Okay. So I'm not happy. So I'm sorry in advance if this is an angry episode, people. Okay. Anyway, let's get into our weekly sports updates. We have a few of them. So KD, our boy, NBA superstar KD, had time today, okay? Because he
always find time. He do.
He clapped back at this guy on Twitter. So this guy on Twitter wrote, he tweeted, car wouldn't start this morning. Get to work late and our internet is down. LOL, I love this ish. Unlike at KD, I actually enjoy taking the hardest road. Is basically just problem solving practice.
Ooh.
And KD claps back. He said, you enjoy having a shitty car and getting to work and not being able to connect to the internet. Like, you go ahead and enjoy that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, what KD got to do with your internet not be working, sir?
My internet ain't never working at work. I always be you know how I text y'all at least once a week that I done came in the office and the AC broke, the internet is out, freaking what do you call it? Iguanas won't let me get to my office door.
Oh my god.
They crawling all outside.
You're locked out.
Set the alarm off the other day because I put in the wrong code.
Oh my god, not the wrong code. Anyway, Jamel Hill defeated Thiago Santos in UFC in Saturday's night main event. I saw the highlights. He whooped his behind. Like it was nice. It was nice. Israel Adesanya is set to fight Alex Pereira on November 12th. Paige Buckers is going to miss the 2022-2023 season with a torn ACL. She plays for UConn, so that sucks because she's like their best player. And then Sully passed away. He was an American sportscaster, so RIP to him and condolences to his family. Let's get in our first story. So by now, everybody knows that Brittney Griner was found guilty on drug smuggling charges and was sentenced to 9 years and fined for an equivalent of $16,400. So the prosecutors actually asked for 9.5 years, but the judge took account Griner's partial admission of guilt, her remorse for the deed, and her state of health and charitable activity. So they just knocked off half a year and she got 9. Before the sentencing, Brittney said, she's quoted saying, "I never meant to hurt anybody. I never meant to break the laws here. I made an honest mistake, and I hope that in your ruling that it doesn't end my life here. I hope your ruling it doesn't end my life here. I know everybody keeps talking about a political pawn and politics, but I hope that this is far from this courtroom." So, yeah, she had less than 1 gram of cannabis oil. Griner's lawyers are going to appeal the decision. Biden says this sentence is unacceptable. Him and his administration is currently working to bring Griner and Paul Whelan home. And Paul has been held since 2018 for espionage, so he's been in there a while. So your thoughts, is she being held as a political pawn in the war against Ukraine? Should the USA intervene? Whilst they might be putting the rest of us in danger. They might be putting the rest of us in danger. Should Biden be letting people in jail in the USA out for weed as well? If he tried to get her out, why people here in jail for weed? And do you think the internet helped or hurt Griner? I don't think the internet helps. The internet never helps. To be quite honest with you, they probably didn't have her case, but they have people become aware that she is over there. So I think in that way, but I don't think the court paid attention to our internet. Go ahead. No.
Also, speaking of the internet, I saw a meme where I guess it was a meme where they did a side-by-side comparison with her crime and the time she got and then this white person crime.
Yeah, I saw it.
And the time that she got, which I think she had more whatever she had illegally, and she got like only probation or something like that.
And a fine, yeah, something, yeah.
But I don't feel sorry because I feel like if you go into a different country and whether it's even cigarettes, you need to check them laws of that country because you never know. Like some countries and cities have that Good Samaritan law.
Oh my God. Explain to them what that is.
Okay. The Good Samaritan law, I don't know what states it in, but basically if you see a crime being committed, you have to help the victim of that crime or you gonna go to jail.
Correct.
And so you need to know these laws when you go into different states and different countries because ignorance of the law is not a defense, y'all. Ignorance of the law.
I didn't know. So let me be devil's advocate because I was talking when she got this sentence last week. I was at work and I was talking to my coworker about it, and he brought up he brought up a different perspective, but we don't know if it's true or not. But because I was like, I mean, she did have it, and those are the laws in that country. We can't apply the laws here to another country or whatever. And then he was like, but what if they planted it on her? And then I was like, okay, so that might be something, because technically, if you work there, you should know the laws. Like, this is not the first time she going there. So technically she should know that she shouldn't do that. So it might have been planted, but we would never know until she come out and tell her story. So I was like, that is possible. But if it wasn't and she did it anyway, then no, I don't feel sorry for her. You got to do your time, man.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to feel sorry for people, especially people that got more money than me. Sorry.
She barely, because she was over there to get more money, because over here we don't pay our WNBA players good. Y'all need to take this as a lesson so they don't have to go to other countries that's in war to make more money. Because I think, well, maybe she had a contract with her Russian team, but they said she is a superstar in Russia. So do you think it is a political party? They could have just let her go? Or do you think it's no, we buy the book. This is the law. We going by the law.
I think everything should go by the law. I don't care who you is, superstar or not. You are not above the law. And I don't care if you knew the law or not. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Now get these 9 years and get out my face.
Oh my God. Another question that I saw, I saw a headline, but I want to say the guy who made Tesla, Elon Musk, I want to say this, he said this, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me. But he was fussing out Biden, because he was like, okay, you worried about Griner over there in jail for cannabis. What about the people here in jail for cannabis? Are you going to let them out too? Which brings up a good point. You fighting to get somebody over here. What about the people that's already over here, sir?
Because they do over here, they do give you a whole lot of time for weed, which
they did in the past. I don't think they do now, but the people that they did in the past are still in there.
Yeah.
So I don't want to sound insensitive, but we need to take care of home, and then we can worry about getting Brittney out. Sorry, y'all. Brittney, stay up. I mean, I hope they do get you out, but I hope he also work on getting these other people out too, because these other people probably had less than a gram you and got 10, 14, 15 years.
It's just craziness.
It is really crazy, and I'm mad that she even. I mean, I guess she needed the money. I know her wife was in law school. I think her wife just graduated recently and will be a lawyer, which is good because she gonna need lawyers. Okay. But I don't think I would have went over there when they was in this war. I know you on a team and stuff, but I'd have been like, hey, this is extenuating circumstances. I can't play this year. I'm scared for my life.
Yeah.
I would have did something like that. And I'd have been like, we might have to my wife, we might have to downsize. We take our loan, something if we need extra money, because I'm not going over there. Something happened and then get stuck.
Yeah, because they get paid like regular 9-to-5ers over here.
Yes, they do. Some WNBA players make $100,000, $200,000 a year. You might as well be an investment banker or investment associate. Get in finance or real estate. Cause y'all doing all that to y'all bodies and y'all making a regular 9-to-5 check. That's crazy.
It is. It is.
Get out. Everybody got to get out too.
Okay. Stay strong, Brittney. Stay strong, y'all better do what y'all was doing for Britney Spears.
Hashtag free Brittney. Yeah, right. Just a different Brittney. Hashtag free Brittney. Okay. Anyway, our next story is kind of funny, but it's not because it's real life. You know how I always say stuff would be funny if it was on a movie, but this is actual real life. So former NFL player T.O. met a real life Karen, right? So he posted an 11-minute video on his Instagram because he was confronted by a Karen in his neighborhood. So supposedly T.O. was going to his mailbox and Karen said he was speeding and claims he ran a stop sign. T.O. said it was not even a stop sign there and he wasn't speeding. So I just want to know how you run through an invisible stop sign. Karen needs to answer that to me. Karen allegedly cursed him out and said the HOA is always bringing him up in their meetings, which is the homeowners association. And
so she knew who it was.
She know exactly who it was.
Okay, I didn't think she knew that it was who he is. I didn't think
she knew exactly who it was, and she was cussing him out before the cops came. Before he started recording, he only started recording once she called the cops. So Karen said she was scared because T.O. is a black man approaching a white woman, which is reminiscent of Emmett Till. Okay. Meanwhile, Karen's husband was standing there the whole time, but wasn't saying nothing. He wasn't saying nothing. Okay, so once the police showed up, Karen then started to bring out the fake tears. And like
I couldn't believe it.
And fighting for her life. And the police is her asking T.O. to relax a couple times. And I'm like, why are you asking T.O. to relax when he's calm and that girl over there having a nervous breakdown? And tell her to relax. T.O. kept saying he can't make this up. And he's never been a part of this in real life. And then the next day... he had a petition on his page for people to sign to have her arrested. Because, you know, you could get arrested for wasting police time, like Jussie Smollett, okay?
Oh, my God.
Wasting people's time, okay? But this is what I did not like that T.O. did. So I went on his page today just to look at the petition and see if it got a lot of signatures. I emailed it to you, Nate. I don't know if you signed it, but Edwina signed it. Thanks, Edwina.
I saw it. I wait, but I didn't know what it was for. I thought you just sent it out because they be asking you to send out stuff.
No, it was for T.O. So now on his page, he got merch that say Karen is real. So he got t-shirts, hoodie. Like, no, I don't need you to turn this around to a profit-making enterprise, sir. Don't do that.
Well, he might need the money though. We haven't heard. He might need it. But you know,
this is true.
If that was Ray J, he did the same thing. Ray J be making it.
Ray J. I swear anything. Ray J go viral for he making money off. Best believe the next day he gonna have a contract with somebody. Okay.
Yeah, you saw him. RSVP has been in the studio.
Really? I don't watch him. And he got a contract with Oodles Noodles or whatever. The noodles?
Yes. This man know how to do it.
He's a businessman. But yeah, the Karen. So don't be making light of this situation because people who isn't T.O. would have probably went to jail. Who aren't T.O. would have probably went to jail. Okay. And he was so calm about the situation. I swear, if me and Karen would have fought.
That's what I was saying.
Because I'm a girl and we would have been face to face. Like, I'm so happy he held his composure and he didn't go up to her or whatever. But the fact that she was screaming and cussing him out, because we didn't hear the cuss out, but according to him, she was cussing him out like a dog, saying F you, all that or whatever. You messing up the neighborhood, you doing this, doing that or whatever before he thing. But yeah, I would have been in her face. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
After I saw the video, I said that couldn't be me because we would end up fighting. So thank God. Hopefully that never happens to me because I end up going to jail. Like point blank period.
I just can't believe she said you're a black man walking up to a white woman. Like, what does that mean? So every black person is you're threatened by every black person? Because that's crazy to me. And I don't like it. I remember a long time ago when I was still living in Florida and I was working with this guy. I'm not going to say his name. I texted to you afterwards. And he was saying, I think the whole Trayvon Martin thing was happening, right? Mm-hmm. So I was talking to him and he's not white, but he not black. And he was like something about, yeah, if you look suspect, you should be. And I said, what's looking suspect? What does that mean? And then he was like, well, if you walking around, but you looking around and you looking, and I'm like, no. Cause like what in my head, I'm like, what if it's like a tourist or something and they looking, trying to see where they go? You gonna bum rush a tourist because he looking around? Like, no, because in that case, if I had on the exact same thing, like from a hoodie, jeans, t-shirt, whatever, that a white blood girl had on, I'm a little more suspect than her because I'm dark skinned. And yes, I like to say I'm dark skinned. Nate hates it when I do, but I'm dark skinned.
No, you're not.
She likes to say I'm brown, but I say if I'm not red, I'm dark, okay? And I'm dark, I'm chocolate, okay? But yeah, what makes somebody look suspect? So the fact that she talking about a black man approaching a white woman, that made me very upset. Like, so he supposed to sit in his car while you cuss him out, because he said the only reason he came out is because of the way she was talking to him. Because she was like, why you gotta approach me? And then he was like, why you gotta talk to me like you talking to me? Like he just supposed to sit there and take it because you white. No, I'ma stand up. Like this ain't 1944, ma'am, where we can't look y'all in y'all eyes, even though y'all really want them. Y'all just
God.
be acting like y'all don't, okay? Y'all want that black D.
Oh my God.
But yeah, her husband, he's weak because he should have been the one confronting her. But at one point T.O. said her husband was telling her to be calm down and like be quiet. She don't even listen to him. So we know who wear the pants in their relationship.
Oh my God. To me, the only thing I was disturbed about was how easily she started crying, like out of the blue. She was
no
literally
tears coming out. Probably
she was literally crying 2 seconds before that, and
no, she was cussing him, yelling at him 2 seconds before that.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, she was cussing him out, and yelling at him 2 seconds before that, and then she just the waterworks, which I don't even know if anything
probably weren't coming out. She literally, and then she was like, and he's recording. Yes, he gonna record you. And he put your face on his page so everybody know what you is, man. Like y'all run y'all mouth, but as soon as y'all don't want to get exposed though. No, let me know who you are so I know who you are and I know how to move around you, ma'am. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was very upset that she said that because it's like, so all black people approaching you afraid of. Because that's how I took it. Like, you afraid of every black man and possibly woman. But no, you'd have had to get these hands. We would have both went to jail. Because I would have said, it would have been he said, she said, or she said, she punched me, so I punched her. But no, it would have been she said. And that would have been on camera.
Oh my God.
We both would have went to jail.
But yeah, no, they like, is it a caring class? So what
must be society. Like, that's what it is, society. Because they ain't born this way. They get taught by either TV, their parents, something. They get taught these images they see on TV of every black person in the show they watch is a thug or a gangster. So they probably afraid. Plus, he tall and big. So whatever.
That's crazy. I can't.
It is crazy, and I didn't like it at all. But I also don't like that he's trying to profit off of this. But I guess
they would too. Like that freaking idiot girl that tried to profit off of. Remember the white girl that was rapping? I think Lil Baby or something at a wedding. She was charging people to like pay to see her rap other songs. Like she was charging people for that.
But then she shut it down once we found out she was racist.
Yeah.
Or she said the N-word to a cat or something.
But look how she was rapping. She probably said it on a regular basis.
Yeah. But
that's probably how she talked. I'm serious.
But
some
you
people
know,
just talk like that.
And that
don't mean she racist. But
she probably not racist, but if she like a rap song, she's not gonna bleep out the N-word. Like that, and that goes for anybody. One time, I was around white people, these white boys in Key West. We had a good time.
I forgot where you went with Edwina and
Gooch, for her Gooch birthday. And these white boys was rapping some song. I don't know what it was, but it was a great song at the time. And we were videotaping it, but they bleeped out the N-word. They knew what they was doing. They bleeped out the N-word. They ain't say it. So they probably said it amongst themselves, but they didn't. At least those guys didn't say it in front of us. But and then I've been around a white person who did say the N-word, and I think he was rapping a DMX song. But at that time, I didn't get offended because I knew he was doing it just for the song. But then later on, he said it again and something. Wait, no, he said act like he didn't say it. And I was like, you did say it. It was just a whole thing, but they be saying it.
Yeah, they do.
You just can't you can't have the reaction that they want, because then they're gonna be like, see, you are an N-word. Okay, you are an N-word. So I remember I was in a Publix parking lot walking to my car one day in Florida, and it was like these middle schoolers, and I think it was all white boys, but it may have been a mix or a black boy with them, but they was calling each other the N-word. And then when they saw me, they gasped and stopped talking. And I'm like, that don't bother me. Like, nobody has said it to me like in a racial, forceful way.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Me neither. I never had blatant racism to me. But you said you had and you didn't realize it till afterwards.
It wasn't it wasn't blatant, but it was there. Like, the undertones were there. When me and Chris came to y'all house, y'all had just moved there. We were in a dope boy car, because I think we went in my Audi. I think we drove Chris' car there. And we got out the car, and this nice little white older lady, I think she was walking her dog, I don't know. And she was just like, y'all live here? And with a smile on her face or anything. And then I was like, oh no, my sister just moved here. And I pointed to your house, and she was like, oh, okay. And she kept it moving. And I didn't get it until like 30 minutes later. I was thinking about it in y'all house, and I was like, wait a minute, Joe. And I asked Joe, and Joe was like, no, yeah, that was racist. And I was like, dang, I wish I would have caught it, because I'm not used to it.
I'd have been like, do you live here?
That's what I would have said if I would have caught it. It totally went over my head. That's how you know I be seeing the good in everybody. I need to stop doing that.
Like Anne Frank.
Yes.
But
R.I.P. Anne Frank.
I love me some Anne Frank. But Joe, I be doing that all the time to Joe, and he hate when I repeat the same question he asked me.
What?
So for anything, any random thing.
Oh, if you ask him something, if he asks you something, you be like, do you want to go eat dinner now?
Yeah, what you want to eat? Why are you asking me? I hate because I don't like that. I feel like he's so indecisive about a lot of stuff. So
guys are. Girls are too, but guys are even more indecisive. I need to talk to you offline about okay. All right, let's go to the highlight of the week so we can talk about personal stuff. So our highlight of the week is Sabrina Ionescu. I hope I pronounced it right, Serena. So she became the first WNBA player in history to reach 500 points, 200 plus rebounds, and 200 plus assists in a single season. And she plays for the New York Liberty. So kudos to Sabrina. Whoop, whoop. You making history. See, that's a living legend. When you're living and you're still making history, like LeBron gonna make this year when he passed Kareem. And then again, when he played in the NBA with his son, okay, he gonna make history. Kudos to Sabrina. Yeah, history. Anyway, and we do have can I make the big announcement, Nay, or no?
You can say it, but not the name.
I'm not gonna say the name. Okay. So next week, and I've already started the questions. When I was at work today, I have questions on the Word document for him. So next week we have a huge interview with someone, a special guest, and I'm very excited about it. And they met him at a work event, her husband's work event. And we're going to talk about the book he wrote and his time being a professional athlete. So y'all have to tune in to that. I'm so excited. And I'm actually reading his book now. I calculated with the pages in the book and how many days we got. So if you got 6 days, you need to read like 49 pages a day. But if you start reading it tonight, you need to read like 35 a day. Okay, so you need to read at work, because you said you got your boss on vacation. So read at work and then read at home so we can finish the book by the time we have to interview him. So I'm very excited.
And I think it's going to be interesting. I think the book is going to be interesting because it's like from I don't want to say rags to riches because I don't know if he was poor,
but
it's
like overcoming
a story of determination over adversity,
the underdog, all of that.
Things
so
like that.
I think it's going to be a good read too. So you guys have to tune in. Of course, we're going to announce who it is before we premiere the episode. We're going to have graphics and stuff like that. So tune in to next week. It's like our first big interview. Okay, guys? So tune in. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at The Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.